Greetings everyone. Today I wanted to make a video because Halloween is coming and I just wanted to wish you a happy Halloween. As you guys know that I'm not making videos because I'm trying to invest in reality. I'm studying and I made a promise for my wife stop being, this weirdo on internet. Internet is for public. I mean, stop being a weirdo on public, something something like that. But there are things I would like to talk today. Today I would like to talk about the stones. I'm using, this my bad camera because this camera can, this look closely. These are stones that I found this summer. It's greenish, yellow, almost orange. This one looks like a meteorite, like in cartoons, with the round holes. Not holes, pimples, something like that. And brown, just a brown stone. So, what kind of treats? So, few days ago I ordered this one. This one came out somewhat, this crappy. I ordered it to be something that can move like this, but it came so fragile and this not good. This stone has a story. This was the first stone that I found that started my desire to collect stones from the Gobi. At first I thought it was some kind of chewing gum, and I said to myself, who threw a chewing gum here? And after walking like some distance, I decided, what, why there's a red chewing gum? Something like that. I picked it up and I tasted it, and it wasn't chewing gum or this piece of candy. It was really a red stone. This is actually quite red. Yeah, the fabric is more red. So this started my this desire. I said, if there is such a round red stone, there has to be many around it. Unfortunately I did not this find. I did find some browns, round brown ones. These are quite round, and these are so-called the really natural stone. I think this one is somewhat this fossilized remains of something. I don't know what it is. It is greenish. It has this all kinds of this things. I made it into a like silver ring, and unfortunately it was glued, saying that it might be a brittle thing, so some use of glue is okay. Next, another stone. This is not so, this great looking stone. Simply it's like looks like a mountain. Yes, I ordered to put these two rings because one can carry like this and put something in the bottom, so it's like a multi use. It can be necklace, it can be bracelet, or it can be even a hat decoration. Some time ago I ordered this one for my daughter because I was talking about the nightmare, this chasing away the nightmare with the white mare. And yeah, this has legs like this. I stumbled upon a Russian page with the Russian amulets or ornaments, so I copied the idea. Now you have a silver horse with the holes in it. Eyes being a hole, the nose being a hole, and the horses having a hole in their body is something very I don't know, bad or rare here in Mongolia. You usually do not make such a jewelries, but I find it, this normal and okay. The horse is having holes in their in their body. It's bizarre and something like that. It's cute. I don't care. What else? Well, basically the jewelry for my daughter is like this is so small, and since I was interested in the stones, and I was collecting all these stones from the Gobi Desert, my mother gave me these two stones of her, this collection. So these are the ones that she could find from her, this from her how to say, countryside where she lived. These are called the it's a natural flint stone, but these are in a shape of an ankle bone. It's a marmot or a wolf ankle bone shape, and this is a big how to say, this is a stone, it's not a bone. This is a big symbol for good fortune here in Mongolia. Also, the reason why she was keeping them at home, it was something to do with the having a children. So she did it when she was a young woman. So she gave me her collection of journals when she was a journalist. I mean, my mother was a journalist. Because of that, maybe I make videos. Who knows? So she was interested in all kinds of, this stuff, and she gave me this her collection of magazines, like 1988. It means it was when I was 4 years old, something like that. I'm okay with the this evolution because it doesn't conflict much with my creation myth. The early man was hairy, and it's time it lost the hair, something like that. So here it is. This section is about children's toys, like flame and this globe, piece of sheep wool, and the Trinity looks like a, the three kings So this is the stones she was collecting. This ankle bone shaped stone. The story is that a woman must bring 3 stones to her new home. She collects 3 stones from her birthplace and puts these 3 stones in a piece of cloth and hangs it from a roof circle. The roof circle is just this. It's like a big window. So I thought this maybe it's a good idea that this shops or these places of the countryside would sell jewelries with the 3 stones, with the 3 local stones, maybe like put in somewhat this in silver, I don't know, and sell with their name, like this is from Hinti Amek, or this is from a Gabi, this is from the so that they could buy this Trinity, so that they could hang them in their this home. There's this conflicting idea, or some people are being stupid here in Mongolia, saying that if you like carry a stone, a bad stone, or some kind of stone, it's going to pull you down. It's going to pull you down towards your grave. So do not touch the stones. Do not this make them jewelries like Chinese do. So here in Mongolia we have this some kind of this very useless type of this beliefs, or it may be enforced by some shamans, or some Buddhist lamas that do not touch these stones and so for me this journals seems to be like very interesting. For example, there is a prehistoric rock carvings with the 32 men on it, woman, and there is a man, because these they have a dick, so it seems they are dancing in somewhat this, and the main figure is the deer. So in ancient times people were having sex like this. They are having sex, they are dancing, and they are seems to be focusing on a deer. Maybe it was their deer god, how to draw a horse. How the evolution of yurt, there's 2 possibilities. First there was a tent like this, there's this, and it was like this, or it was a hole. From a hole there was this wall, and it, this from this this is like this coming out from the bottom and growing up. This one is like almost there, this things were like simple and something like that. I'm sorry for my this English. And it is about the 12-year beast, mouse, and the horse, sheep, and etc. What is where, and this was discussed back in what's the age of this magazine? It was discussed in 1977. I'm sorry for my this this is also about the ruins, and this, the magazine is called Science and Life, something like that. In my book I did put something from a Buddha, I'm sorry, saying that this by providing her with ornaments. So Buddha urges husbands to provide their wives with some ornaments, and yeah. So I'm like, this man must spend some time designing a jewelry. It's a good idea, this. Maybe you will just use 1 year to focus on the what kind of this design and jewelry she's going to wear. And yeah, so what else I wanted to talk, why